Hello, everyone. This is Tina from Daydreamer Tarot. Hope you're doing well today. Thanks for joining me for your daily pick a card for Thursday, April 21st, 2022. Um, so, whether it's a choice between two things or whether you just want to get clarity on something, have a question, if it's yes or no or not, doesn't matter. You pick between the blue truck. Don't know if you recognize these trucks and the yellow truck. These are actually trucks from a game called Rush Hour, where you have to move all the trucks and cars around, and it's just fun. We've had it for years. So let's get started with the cards. If you pick the blue truck column here, let's see what you've got. The Eight of Water with the Knight of Fire, okay? So Eight of Water, Eight of Cups talks about a desire to move on, the search for something more meaningful, spiritual and emotional growth. And the Knight of Fire talks about passionate, adventurous, self-assured, restless, a sudden event that needs immediate attention. Time is of the essence. Think things through carefully. Interesting energies here. Very interesting. Both of them talk about making choices. When I look at these two together, this is definitely you feeling like you need to move on emotionally. You need to move away from something. So maybe you've come here today wondering, what do I do next? Or you've got a specific option in mind, or you're picking between two things. If you are, I really feel that in these cards that you emotionally you want something more meaningful in your life, whether it's a relationship or a job or where you live, a situation or your life in general. You feel like what you're living right now no longer serves you and you need to move on. When getting this card alongside it, a sudden event that needs immediate attention, time is of the essence, think things through carefully. You may, I think you're feeling kind of antsy. There's that old expression, ants in your pants. You know, you feel like you've got to get out of this situation. Just be careful that something sudden that comes in. When you want something so much, you're so fed up. I've been in this situation myself with jobs where I'm just so fed up of a job that the first one that comes in, I seem to tell myself all these reasons why it's much better for me because of the way I'm feeling, because I'm feeling so down in what I'm doing. And you're not, I get the sense here that you've got to just be careful of that with all of the passion and fire you have in your belly right now, needing to make a change. Just weigh things, think things through carefully. Try to, if you have a trusted friend that you can talk to about what's coming to you, what event or what option is coming to you, and you could talk to them, and for advice, or a couple of friends is even better, because maybe even a counselor. Talk to that person first before making a sudden choice that you could later on, in hindsight, say, why did I jump on that so quickly? Okay, although it does say time is of the essence, I never believe in high pressure sales. Those call us now, the first 10 people will get something free, that kind of thing. That is just bogus in any aspect of your life. If you have somebody pressuring you, putting a time frame on you, forget it. Go find somebody else. Time is of the essence. Now, if we're talking about, admissions to a school, or which could be this, because a lot of admissions right now are being done for fall 2022, like applying, submitting your applications and so forth. Okay, just really think about it. Keep as organized as you can in what needs to be done, all the steps that need to be done. And you have to embody these qualities, I feel, today: passionate, adventurous, self-assured, restless. I think you are feeling a little restless because you're not happy with your current situation. You've got options. You're weighing your options. Just weigh them in a way that, like I said, reach out to somebody, talk them through, get other people's point of view important because you are ready to move here. You know, you just got to really look at this knight on the horse. They're ready to take that next step with the choppy water. The water's a little bit, you know, it's not a calm water there. So they're behind him. There's like a storm that's pushing him forward. Okay, so just make sure you do have options coming to you, or you do have options right now. Make a pros and cons list if you need to. If this does talk about love, for instance, because having a cup here, we could also be talking about love. Maybe you're not happy in your current relationship, and you had an argument, something sudden, and you just feel like bolting, or something sudden that happened. Try to count to 10, think back, and you know, it's like those emails that we want to write sometimes, you know, with that first instinct, that first reflex, you know, and then you got to sit back. You can start typing it up, but then walk away for a few minutes and come back. And every time you come back, you look at that email and you say, oh boy, you know, look at that passion in there. But it's a good thing to think about things a little bit more. So, you know, time is of the essence, but weigh everything before making that decision. If you have a yes or no question, I'd say it's a yes if you weigh everything and do as I'm saying here based on these cards, but it's a no if you go too fast without analyzing, if you're going just on emotion, okay? Be careful of that. But beautiful cards, beautiful cards. You know, we all live through this. And here we go. The little box of calm. I'm interested to see what this says. Stop trying to define who you are and just be. So that's beautiful, by Cara Delevingne. Stop trying to define who you are and just be. So based on the cards that you just got too, I mean, are you trying too hard to make a move? You feel rushed to make a move because you feel pressure from someone else or within yourself to go in a different direction. You don't feel satisfied with who you are. You have to keep improving. That could be possible too, you know. But if that is the case, remember this advice: stop trying to define who you are and just be. Be happy with who you are. You don't have to keep pushing yourself all the time. You're great just the way you are. And remember that as you go forward today, okay? So that's beautiful. If you go with the yellow truck, let's see what your cards are. The 9 of air. Lots of 9 of air and 10 of air in this column for some reason. And the 7 of water. Okay, more choices here. Oops, sorry. I caught the camera there. Sorry about that. So, expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecies, sleepless nights. Yikes, eh? Okay, and then 7 of water, a complex decision, the need to do research, stop procrastinating. Okay, so you have, based on these two cards, I get the sense that you have, so the 9 of swords talks about, just that it shows here, look at these unicorns. They are exhausted. All they can do is lie there and catch their breath. They have been through a lot, okay? And a lot of this is mental. The air is mental energies. So sleepless nights, you've been going through a lot of anxiety, of stress. It could be emotional. Well, when we do go through anxiety, it is emotional, right? But it could be because of relationships. It could also be, though, because of work, a combination of things, okay? A complex decision needs to be made. Do research, very similar to the other column when you think about it, but you have a lot of options in front of you. Some are better than others. Again, this is I think you've been doing research, you've been thinking about this, you've been, the analysis paralysis, I'm getting a sense here. Analysis paralysis, you've been doing so much research, more thinking than acting. When I see stop procrastinating here, you know what? I get the feeling. The advice here is take a break from thinking about this. And there's the stop procrastinating. You need to get out there, do something different, do something tangible, an action today, something that will change your mind, that will get your mind off of whatever's been worrying you and these choices that you need to make. Do something different. If you've been worrying about, I don't know, work, what are you going to do? You don't like it, or it's a relationship. Uh, if you have a hobby, let's say you like to do karate, you like to play video games, and find an escape. Find an escape today that makes you feel better. Uh, and this stop procrastinating. Why are you procrastinating? Because it's it's just eating away at you, and it's just all of this thinking and decision making is it's overwhelming is the word I'm looking for. It's overwhelming, and there's mindfulness. You could practice mindfulness too, where you stop thinking about all these things going on and you rest your mind, okay? So you give your mind a little rest from all of this chaos. That's what I recommend for you today. Not to do it all day, but if you do something you really enjoy, those types of hobbies that, where does the time go? You do something, let's say it's video games. You play video games and 2-3 hours goes by and you gave your mind a break. When you come back to the problem, tell yourself that I am giving my mind a break for 3 hours. Then I will come back and I will look at it fresh. Do something like that, and that's really going to help you get through this difficult moment and make this decision. Once you take that break and you come back, I feel like you're going to see things differently and you're going to be able to get through this. So do research. If you can't see the forest for the trees because there's so much information, break it down if you can into little chunks, pros and cons column. Talk to somebody that you trust to talk about this, and sit down with them and have a coffee if you can. People love to help other people. Somebody you really care about is going to enjoy helping you. Keep that in mind, okay? Very important. So, like I said, the advice here is take that break, give your mind that rest because you've been thinking about this for a while, then come back to it. Do more research if you need to do more research, or look at what you've put together, and then you'll be in a better position to make that decision. So if this is a yes or no question, I would say for today, if you want to make a decision today, right now, I would say no. I would say put it off to tomorrow. Get all of this done. Give your mind some space, and then look at this anew tomorrow. What does your box of calm say? To the mind that is still, the whole universe surrenders. Wow, isn't that fitting? To the mind that is still, the whole universe surrenders. Still your mind today, and the answers will come to you, the peace, the healing, what you need for you to make this decision is going to come to you, and you're going to see things in a completely different way. You're going to revitalize your mind and your body and your spirit by stilling your mind, by stilling it, by giving it a break from whatever is troubling you. Super important message. So thank you for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll speak to you again tomorrow for the next Daily Pick a Card.